Hi, this is Marilyn with my weekly script tip, and I was recently out at Author 101 University in LA, which is a wonderful writing conference for writers of fiction and nonfiction. And many people spoke to me about adapting their screenplays their novels or their nonfiction into screenplays, which is really a lot of what I do. Though I work inversely, I've helped a lot of screenplay writers turn their stories into novels. And I brought out with me my latest book, which is called The Four Magic Questions of Screenwriting, which people found interesting because it was a way of asking one simple question and seeing whether the fiction or nonfiction material had the potential to be, a screenplay. There are four magic questions, but the question that I use when I'm first working with people is to ask, first of all, do you have a main character? But that's not the question. That's an assumed thing when you're dealing with fiction or screenplays. But rather, the first magic question is, what is my main character's dream? Now, if you are thinking of adapting a personal journey to a screenplay, something that happened to you, a memoir that you've written, you have to step away from yourself as yourself and ask, if I were a character in a movie, what is the dream that I am trying to achieve in the book that I've just written. And that's a way of very clearly finding out if a piece of personal material can be effective by asking the first magic question. So in the case of a movie like The Perfect Storm, obviously the dream is stay alive, and so that would indicate that there's definitely potential for a dramatic story, even with or without the storm, okay? And that's what's important. Sometimes you don't need a storm, but you need a strong want on the part of your character. For those of you who are adapting fiction to a screenplay, you have to ask the same question, what is my main character's dream? And you need to have a simple answer, because otherwise books are generally too broad to make into good movies without a lot of simplifying. And by simplifying it in this particular fashion, you take the most important thing, which is the hero's journey, or your journey, to overcome and achieve a goal, and you make that the central part of your thinking before you start planning out how to write. So to recap, ask, what is my main character's dream? And if you're writing a nonfiction book or you're trying to work from a memoir, you have to act as your own main character, and don't be squeamish. And if you can answer that question, then you probably have something that is worth adapting into a screenplay. Okay, so I'll be back with another script tip soon. Take care.